Hello everybody and welcome to The Heat. Okay, basically it's really hot out, but I was desk warming today. It was my second day and last day of desk warming. I thought, since I had a lot of time, why not make a video about desk warming? And I know I touched upon it on some other videos before, but I thought, why not just make a whole video dedicated to it? So, number one, what is desk warming? So if you aren't familiar with desk warming in Korea, basically it is what happens when school is over, either because of summer break, winter break, or spring break, usually 2 weeks maybe. Anyway, during the breaks, the Korean students don't have to go to school, the Korean teachers don't have to go to school, and basically it's just you in school because people in EPIC/SMOE have different contracts than the Korean teachers, and so we only have 21 days of paid vacation. So we don't have all winter break off, we don't have all summer break off. If we want to take a day off, we have to apply for a day off, and that goes against one of our 21 vacation days. And it's just because our contracts are different than the rest of the Korean teachers. So yeah, since we only have 21 days of paid vacation, obviously summer break, winter break, and the short spring break combined will have way more than 21 days. And so what will you do during that time? That is desk warming. And basically you have nothing to do while you're at work because the semester is over, so you don't really have any lessons you need to plan, and your co-teacher is gone on her or his own vacation, and so you can't really talk about making plans for lessons because if you just start doing it all yourself, maybe you won't have to teach those specific lessons, or maybe that's a lesson your co-teacher was going to plan on doing. I don't know, but basically you can't really plan lessons, and obviously you can't teach, and so that leads me to the second part of this video. What do people do during desk warming? And the answer to that is nothing and anything. So basically you could do absolutely nothing if you want, but 8 hours just sitting in a desk doing nothing doesn't really sound very fun to me. It seems like the dream job, just going to work, sitting down, doing nothing, going home, getting paid. I thought that was the dream life, and I was excited for desk warming when I first got to Korea. But obviously you can't do nothing without going bored out of your mind, and so what do people do? I guess, some people read, you can write, some people sleep during desk warming time, which I don't recommend. I would never do it myself because I would be so paranoid that somebody would walk in on me and see me sleeping at my desk. And while I feel it's not, it's kind of a thing where it's your school knows you have nothing to do. They didn't make the contract. If they had a choice, I'm sure they would let you go on your own vacation and stay home and not waste their heating or AC or electricity kind of money on just you being there doing nothing. But it's in the contract, and the school has to follow the contract. You have to be there. I know people who have said that they've gotten caught sleeping on the job during desk warming, but it never seemed to be a really big deal. It's just, you never know how the people at your school are going to react, and it's just something I would never do because I would be too embarrassed if I got caught, basically. So what do I do during desk warming? Well, some people watch Netflix and YouTube, me included. I don't have Netflix in Korea, so I basically watch YouTube all day long. It sounds so bad, and honestly, it kind of is, but I keep myself entertained watching Shane Dawson for 8 hours a day on YouTube. He has 1,000 videos, you can never run out of that. So yeah, Netflix and YouTube are popular choices for desk warming. Other people do social media. I am too paranoid, I think, to do social media because, I don't know, I'm just a paranoid person sometimes, and it's what if there's a school tech guy who's watching everything you do kind of a thing, and it's I'm sure that's not the case, but you never know, it's like work, you know? Some schools have like social networking block. I've seen some people say that they like go on Facebook and stuff, and that's fine for them, but another thing is just like I don't want the school computer to like have my password. And so yeah, those are some things you could possibly do during desk warming. So now we'll talk about number 3, how I actually feel about desk warming. So like I said before actually experiencing a long period of desk warming, I was excited for it. I mean, getting paid to do nothing is like the dream job, but I quickly found that's not the case at all. Actually, the first day of desk warming was fine, you know, I was just chill and relaxed in my room just watching YouTube, you know, that sort of thing, but it gets tiring so quickly, like no lie. Like just the lack of stimulation just like gives me a huge headache at the end of the day. Like I just sit and do nothing, and and then my butt hurts from sitting all day, and you can't really walk around because in Korea, the school hallways, they don't have heat or AC, so depending on the season, if you try to like walk some of the soreness off, basically you will either freeze to death in the winter or melt in the summer after 5 minutes, and you have to quickly go back to your room. So you can't really walk around, you can't really do much other than sit in your desk. Another thing to mention is that obviously school lunches aren't available during the break, so some schools will offer to buy lunch for you every day, and then you just pay them back like from getting delivery food or whatever every day. And then some schools, like my current school, I just have to bring my own food, and I don't have a fridge in my office, I don't have a microwave in my office, so I don't have very many good lunch choices as far as like satisfying food goes. That leaves me with just bringing like some bread, some candy, some dried fruit, and an apple, and water. Like, there's really not a lot you can do without refrigeration or heat, basically. So, lunches aren't very satisfying. But it's fine because I only had 2 days of desk warming. Why only 2 days during this whole big summer vacation? Well, I will explain that in part 4, which is how to schedule your vacation days to have the least amount of desk warming as possible. Because while desk warming still might sound appealing to a lot of you, nothing is better than having your own vacation days where you are not confined to your classroom, right? I didn't use my vacation days during the actual semester, which is something I recommend. Like, you may have days where you don't have classes and you could take the day off if you want to, but I recommend not doing that because at least on the days like in the middle of the semester, like I know a 3-day weekend sounds really tempting, but just don't take those 3-day weekends. Just go to school. At least during the school year you have something to do, maybe getting ahead in your lesson planning, or just having 1 day of desk warming isn't gonna kill you. Like I said, the first day of desk warming is always fine and chill, but it's just when they build up is when it really sucks. So if you take a vacation day here, that means 1 extra day of desk warming at the end of the year when you have nothing to do, and it's just really not fun. I don't recommend it. So like I said, you have 21 vacation days for the whole school year. I used 10 vacation days my first semester, at the end of my first semester during winter break, and the remaining 11 I'm using starting tomorrow for my summer break. And just to also point out, if you renew your contract, you have an extra 7 days of vacation. That includes public holidays and weekends, but still, it's an extra 7 days. And so adding that, you have 28 days of vacation for the whole year, basically, which I mean is better than not having that extra 7 days for recontracting. Alright, so that has been my video on desk warming. I hope I answered some questions people may be having about desk warming and things about that. But if you do have more questions, feel free to leave a comment down below asking your question. And I think that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you next time.